Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol. So today I've got this absolutely stunning Jaguar XF Sportbrake to review. You may well have seen my recent XES test where I was thinking about whether that would be a replacement for my S4, and I love the car, first time I'd ever driven a Jaguar. As it happens, that same week my mate Dan picked this up, and this car is just stunning, and he said, why don't you review this? So I am. So let's take a look, shall we? I have to say though, for me, that this car's all about the front of that grille. It just looks so aggressive, absolutely beautiful. Love the splitter, big Jaguar badge, and when you just come round and sort of see the rest of the car, it just looks absolutely excellent. Just the kind of, you know, intimidating vehicle you want driving up quickly behind you in your rearview mirror. So I think, you know, in terms of spec and just, this car just absolutely nails it for me. I'm loving the black alloys, red calipers, beautiful red bodywork, and then that sort of privacy glass. I just think it's absolutely superb. I have to say, whoever works in Jaguar's rear end design department is due a pay rise really, because they just do the best rear of cars ever. I think the F-Type looks fantastic, but this is superb. I actually prefer it to the saloon actually. I just think it looks really, really cool. So one of the reasons why the XE for me just wasn't an option was the practicality of not having a big boot. We've got the S4 Avant. So let's just have a look, and really important for me is space for the dog. We've got an auto lift tailgate and plenty of space for the dog. What do you think, Darcy? Yep, she's thinking it's all right there. She's quite happy. Obviously you could probably get a bigger dog, but the matching collar is most excellent. So we'll just close that down again. It's a really practical luggage space. So you've got this sort of very trick sliding system here where there's a couple of bars that can go across to sort of stop luggage moving around, or as we've done here, you can use it to sort of tie luggage down. And then under here you've got your space saver wheel. So it's nice to see a space saver wheel rather than sort of run flats and a tyre inflation kit. If you've seen my video on that, you'll know they're not particularly brilliant either. And this one's in a rather matching shade of red, which is most excellent. But this one is for all estate car designers. So if you want to drop the seats to give you more load space, rather than having to go around and open up the passenger door, you just basically pull this and that is genius. Now this interior, you're either going to love it or hate it. I personally love it. I think it looks absolutely superb. These seats look fantastic. Beautiful red leather trim to match the external paintwork, with black trim to match all of the detailing. Just rounds the car off superbly. So as places to be on a long journey, I can't imagine you'd need much better than that. It looks absolutely stunning. Really, really simple, nice design. This car's been spec'd so well, I'm not sure you'll pick it up, but it's got leather everywhere with beautiful contrast red leather stitching. And then the centre console is just really nice and simple. Very, very cool. Now, maybe it's me being childish, but if I own this car, I just have to do this all the time. So when you hit this start button here, just watch this dashboard come to life. It looks fantastic. You've got the vents pop up, audio entertainment system pops up, The gear selector knob rises from the dashboard. I just love touches like that. So very similar controls to the XE I had on test recently. So normal Jaguar rotational gear selector with sport mode there if I push down and twist to sport mode. And I've also got a snow mode option here and dynamic mode, which is when you'll get a little bit less traction control and access to all of the power that this car has. So this particular car is the XFS, so the range topping 3-litre V6 diesel, 271 brake, 442 foot-pounds of torque. It's a shame they don't kind of make engines like they used to. It's just a big plastic cover, but some really impressive performance figures. So 0 to 60 is 6.1 seconds. We'll have a see what that feels like very shortly. So should be a really nice punchy power delivery for this car. Okay, so here we are out on the road, and my first impressions of this car, well, first it doesn't feel as big to drive as it is as a vehicle. It's nice light steering, very comfy place to be, has an awful lot of things that remind me of the XE, but just a little bit bigger and maybe a little bit more refined. But yeah, first impressions really nice. What I'm going to do is just start up and work up through the different modes. So I'm just while I'm getting used to the car, I'm in normal automatic mode, drive mode, no sport or dynamic or anything, just to get a feel for the car, and so far so good. So this is a big Jag, so I've just, I need to do the waft test, and I have to say, it wafts very well. I'm not in any sport modes, but you just put your right foot down and it just pulls you away very leisurely, and yes, yeah, I like that very much, very good. Just waft again. Yeah, top marks on the waft test. Okay, so time to engage sport mode and just have a see what that feels like. So in normal sort of Jaguar, push the control down, and straight away I've got more throttle response. The whole car's just come alive really, and yeah, it's a sort of much better waft in sport mode. In fact, it's probably, the word waft is a bit vulgar in sport mode. I think it's more about just out and out, lots of go, to be fair. Okay, so let's have a, oh yeah, effortless speed, effortless speed. That's just such a smooth power delivery. You put your foot down and it just keeps building. And it just keeps building in a very refined way. I like that a lot. You could cover the ground very quickly in here. So rear wheel drive, but there's a really trick suspension system in this car. So the rear coils that would you find in a normal XF have been replaced with air suspension. And it's got like a self-leveling capability. So if you've got load in the boot, got lots of cyclists and people overtaking like mad people. If you've got load in the boot, it levels out the car, but it also helps the handling. And there's extra sort of anti-roll bars just to give a better feel. So even though we're in a car that weighs about 1.9 tons, 1880 kilos, you don't feel it when you're driving. And this is quite a twisty bit of road. You just don't feel that weight in the car. The way that the steering wheel's weighted, very, very clever. Okay, so we're on dual carriageway now, so we're going to engage dynamic mode. Dynamic mode confirmed on the dashboard, and oh yes, it's just so smooth. But you very smoothly get to very, very high speed. Yeah, I like that. That's very impressive. So dynamic mode is a whole lot of fun, but I just need to try out this XF Sport Box with the flappy paddles, and oh, those gear changes are almost instant. They are hugely impressive, even on the way down as well. Very responsive. completely different car. You know, you just go around nice and leisurely when you're in auto mode. You put it into flappy paddle mode and it just comes alive, and you can take the revs just a little bit higher. Oh, the gear changes are so fast. Such a great gearbox, superb gearbox. I never thought I'd ever drive a car with 8 gears. I can remember getting really excited when I bought my first car that had 5 gears. So I'm not so sure what the sort of 7 and 8 would be in sort of normal A and B road driving, but cruising on a motorway, I would have thought they, you know, that's where they come into their own really. So, one of the really cool things about this car is it's spec'd up with the most fantastic Meridian hi-fi, and let's just see what that sounds like. When the crowd say ball, selector, rewind. When the crowd say ball, selector, rewind. When the crowd say ball, selector, rewind. When the crowd say ball. That stereo's so loud I could feel my trousers moving next to the speaker. Okay guys, well that brings me to the end of this review of this absolutely stunning Jaguar XF Sportbrake. I'd like to thank my mate Dan for letting me drive the car, and we've had great fun shooting this film, trying to do a few more extra bits with GoPros and things. But from a driver's point of view and from a performance point of view, stunning car. It just has sort of really just lots and lots of very deliverable power, amazing handling. It doesn't feel like a big car, hugely practical, amazing boot. So yeah, I'm beginning to become a bit of a Jaguar fan really. Next up, with a bit of luck, very soon is going to be an F-Type review, which I'm very much looking forward to. But I'm going to be reviewing some other manufacturers too. I don't want to think that you to think I'm sponsored by Jaguar or something. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up if you have. Don't forget, put some comments down below, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol, and we'll see you on my next video. So you take care guys, drive safe.